everyone. Welcome to MinusOneCharisma, Dungeons and Dragons channel. We are here tonight playing the Hex of Ellazar arc in our never-ending Chronicles and Aventide campaign. I say never-ending. It'll end. It just feels like it never ends.
I hope it never ends. Because it lives in our hearts forever.
It's just like my headache after playing with these five. Never ends.
Never want to stop playing with
What the heck is that supposed to mean? Oh. Uh-oh.
I don't get it.
Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here, taking time out of your busy schedules to listen to me talk.
You're
Yeah.
Which, I really should be paying you. Can you buy, can you just give away? I think the viewers should have subs, and then the people in the channel should buy subs to the viewers. Yeah.
What?
Just pay people to watch me talk.
You could do that.
Anywho, that's neither here nor there.
That is true.
Skid, what happened last time?
Okay, so the last time we were here, there was a lot going on. It was stuck between a rock and a hard spot. There was this knight who was kind of just exploding all the matter around him. We were trying to get away from, while simultaneously trying to get the last tooth that we needed in order to unlock the door to take us to the Habbadash. Right? Okay, and so we got past them. We got past that guy miraculously, not quite sure how. Rezek really pulled a great one with that. Expanding a rock. And then we got to the place where we needed the tooth. It's actually the room where they found me, so it's there's a lot of bloodlings or fleshlings, whatever you want to call them, in there. And we sent 2 people up to go grab the tooth. It was Cornelia and Trust, and they got the tooth. But lo and behold, that where the tooth was, it was kind of in the belly of the beast, literally. And when Rezek went to go help him, he went through the back end to get to the belly of the beast to help them all out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to go into what happened there. It was pretty disgusting. I'm not a
No
fan
one wants
of
to go in
anything
there.
gross like that.
We were in a butt!
They were in the butt. And it was foul. Absolutely foul. Anyways, we got the tooth, we put it in the mouth, we found the door to get to the big bad, and now we are on our way to the big bad. I'm freaking out. I hope my family's still alive. If they're not, I am personally blaming Rezek, because I think he would take it the hardest.
I would.
Yikes.
Tellwise, Cornelia, Skid, Rezek, Trust,
Thank you. My God.
and Eva, you all stand on a long, starlit pathway, seemingly that just falls off into a dark abyss. The sparkle of this constellation, a very complicated constellation of stars, making a massive tree with roots hanging down all the way into the nothingness below you. You know that the door that had opened has now closed behind you. As you sit, this platform starts to move. This walkway seems to be walking itself and shrinking. And as you guys move forward, you start to see a small platform in the distance, slowly coming towards you. Is there anything you guys want to do before that happens?
Does this look like a safe place to sleep for the night? Anyone?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Yeah,
All right.
Judging by how fast we're moving, probably not.
I understand.
I'm feeling a little bit inspired right now, so I think that we should go. But also, what was it for your bless? It's the inspiration. Is it a D6, D8?
8.
Okay, I forgot. I just need to remember.
1d8.
I remember that we have that.
Yeah, I gave everybody
We also
inspiration. Everyone has
Also have 8 temporary
inspiration,
hit points.
and everyone has 8 temporary hit points. Yes. Correct. All right. Well, I just want to say, I realise this is not a great place to sleep, but I just want to let you all know that I am very limited on what I can do to fight any upcoming battles. Just want to let you know.
Do
Put it out there.
you have a sword?
No.
Why?
I mean, I do have a sword, but I don't know how to use it.
I'm sure you can figure it out.
It's a short one, a short
Something
sword.
about sticking in with a pointy end.
All right.
Worst comes to worst.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I hate normalizing this, do you have any more jars of soul on you?
Yes.
Maybe use that, I guess.
Got some snacks. All right.
Yeah.
It's my snack pack.
Cornelia, maybe you and I should both cast Detect Magic and kind of really keep an eye out for any kind of magical stuff flying at us that we can't see normally. Could help, maybe?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. It takes a little bit to cast it. I have to do a whole... And I like do a ritual to do Detect Magic.
I didn't do it, though.
Your 10-minute ritual?
Now that we both have that up, we'll be great. This is gonna be awesome.
You cast Detect Magic as you move closer and closer in this entire space. Even the grounds beneath your feet seem to be made of some kind of mystical, magical essence. Nothing here is natural.
Everything is shiny.
I like to think while we're all like moving forward, planning, we're actually like taking steps backwards, so we're not actually moving forward.
Well, the platform ended where you entered, so you would just fall off the edge. There was no end.
Oh.
Well, there was an end. There was no pathway behind you.
Oh. I see. Oh, it's like an elevator, like a floating thing?
Yeah. Imagine you're at the airport and it's one of those escalators moving
magic
forward. And as
carpet.
you move forward, the world itself is deleted behind you. I know, Melissa, that's how you think already, but...
Object permanence.
When it's
you
a
guys
good
move
day.
forward and this thing comes very, very quickly, but you notice you don't feel like a breeze or any air or the normal signs of moving swiftly. You just kind of are being moved through this space, and you guys come and you hit this big doorway. And as you step through this doorway and that path kind of just dissolves behind you, a big ring of light shines behind you, almost like a portal to a new space. And you all find yourselves in a huge room. Let me pull it up here. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Into a huge room. For any of you who haven't logged in. Yeah, you're in this big room. 6 torches stand in front of you in a broken bridge, and a shimmering river of what look like fairy lights kind of shine across down here. Something massive in the darkness beyond the bridge, but impossible to see.
Well, I wasn't expecting this, but here we are.
All right, do we knock? What do we do?
Well, it looks like we could just wander up ahead, but I have a feeling if we go too far into this room, we're going to be spotted if we haven't already been spotted by whatever it is that's lurking way off in the distance.
I mean, we're here. They probably know we're here. Do we just go? Do we just push forward?
Yeah.
A feeling once we're inside this wizard's kind of in their home, and we activated the little, elevator of sorts or whatever you would call that. They probably know we're here. So yeah, we just.
And then we also saw his duplicate, who probably at some point reported back to him before we were able to stop him.
Rizik,
There's no way. So
is there anything glowing in here?
I mean, in here, this whole place is glowing, and Rezik, off into the distance, there's a glow so bright, you almost can't even look at it. To the north of you.
So this bridge and then that puddle is also glowing, or you said it was sparkly like fairy?
In the water itself was sparkling as if they were small like fairy lights just kind of dancing, glowing on and off, almost like bluish fireflies moving through the waters.
Similar to the souls or different?
Similar, yeah.
Well,
These seem a little bit more substantial.
Well, everyone keep your wits about you, because if this entire place is magical, then who knows what rules apply here or don't apply here. Like, is that even liquid up ahead?
Yeah, I feel like the rules in here are going to be a little bit chaotic.
Yeah. I have to get a little bit closer, I think, but when we get up there, I'll try to feel it out.
All right, go ahead, Calwise.
Okay, I can sneak up. I'll sneak up. I'll
Don't touch anything.
Oh, even though it's like well lit, I will like sneak up, doing my best to stay behind torches, like as I go.
Okay.
And while he does that,
This is what Calwise says.
I'm just gonna be going along with him, but not sneaking.
Okay. And Eva also joins you, kind of zigzagging, serpentining from place to place. And you don't really see anything off in the distance. The lights kind of end on the first half of that bridge.
But once I get close enough to the liquid, can I sort of discern more of what it is, or can I like sort of reach out with Quinquano and see if it's actual liquid or if it's something else?
It seems to be pure water. Absolutely pure water.
That's unexpected.
So those are sparklets.
I thought it was glowing. Pure water wouldn't glow.
There seems to be something in it glowing, but the water itself is
something in it is glowing.
Untarnished. There's something very pure about it and clean.
Okay. Well, I'll head back toward the group and let them know that.
It's just hella clean water.
It's just apparently very. It's maybe the most pristine water I've ever experienced.
Wow.
Which is.
Do you have a pouch to put some in? I feel like that might come useful later.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When are you gonna get water this clean again? Let me tell you.
Never.
Not out of there.
Kind of want to take a bath in it, but it seems like a bad idea given the circumstances.
I'm in place.
Yeah.
So are we just going in then?
Yeah, it appeared that there was a bridge that didn't exist anymore, so somehow we're gonna have to get across. And I didn't see a boat.
I can throw you. Come on.
I also have wings. I could fly people over one at a time, or two at a time if you're small enough.
I can make a big raft out of ice, and we could sort of paddle over.
Sure.
However,
Can you make the bridge? Can you bring the water up and freeze a bridge over where the bridge used to be?
Ooh,
I could do maybe part of it, but not the entirety of it. If we give it a good amount of time, I could probably get us there, but it's gonna take a bit.
So, my family's like probably dying right now, so if we could just go faster, maybe the flying, or I'm again not opposed to just throwing you, and I just pick up Cornelia and start walking.
Whoa! I like this one.
You don't
Where
need
are we
to
going?
Okay.
So where you were, Cornelius? Cornelia, you get to about there, and you hear a loud cracking sound,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
followed by another and another, and then
Sorry,
hundreds
never mind.
and thousands of these cracking sounds that echo through the room like branches moving. And immediately you see a light ignite. And before you is a massive, massive tree.
Mm.
And you see its limbs moving slowly, as if waking from an old slumber.
What? Well,
Is Habbadash a tree?
Yeah.
Well, that would explain why everything's going wrong if he turned into a tree.
Oh, that guy that we tapped that died was supposed to be like a double of him, but this does not look like him. This is a tree.
Maybe it was
might-
like a double of what he used to be, or like his original form. And this
Or
tree's
maybe,
just like pooping out copies.
This tree is like a whole other thing.
And
We
Cornelia,
won't
you
know
start to
It's a whole other
feel
thing.
the
until we
dust
find out.
Weird.
and dirt and rock around you start to swirl around your feet and move,
I bet the entrance
lightly
is by
brushing
through.
against you.
Maybe take a few steps back, Cornelia.
I think
And as
maybe
you stand
the
back, out of the sand, a creature appears.
There's sand. I
Very
thought it was water.
Similar-looking elf.
I was gonna say.
Ignore all this. Let's just say that, and we'll do that. Yeah, good, good. A small elf in red robes appears before you, looking exactly like the tarnished being that was limping around, a simulacrum of sorts of what you can expect Habbadash might have looked like. But this one's pristine, clean,
Oh,
and it
yeah,
kind
you
of just
have
looks
a dash.
around. Why, I am Habbadash.
Oh,
Welcome.
The
wonderful.
real one or a copy?
Well, all you see is me, so real or not, it is all real.
But like, if we poke you, will you fall into sand?
Well, the very sand you're standing on is me.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. We're sorry for standing on. Does this hurt you to stand on you? I don't know if this. Are you? Oh
It's
gosh.
quite all right. And he starts walking
Oh.
towards you guys slowly.
Oh, hello.
And he
We've
eyes
been
each
looking
one
for
of you.
you.
Hi there.
You're really
he
difficult
starts
to get
moving
a hold
slowly.
of.
We have news from the Queen back in Morgana. Some news for you.
The queen?
Yes,
This dance
indeed.
again.
The Queen.
Do.
Yes,
Proceed.
Queen Crinalin Mor Zeltana, or Her Majesty, has sent us here to deliver a message for her. You're to cease the current generation of elves as soon as possible, post haste. There's now a new plan, and she wants us to try to help her find a way to create elves in a different way moving forward. But she did want us to let you know that your work has been much appreciated. You have made some amazing generations of elves, and everyone back in Morgana is just raving about you constantly. So just good job, good job, fella.
Well, excellent. Thank you. Is there anything else?
Hi there. Hi. Quick question. So I didn't come here with them. I was brought here against my will.
We didn't force them.
Why? And where would be the rest of my clan that was taken here?
Well, they're now all a part of this. Part of something bigger and grander.
That would be all of them.
All that I could.
Right. Oh well, with this new news, maybe since we're ceasing, creation of things, if there are any that are still alive, that are part of this one's clan, maybe you can let them, maybe let them go, let them go, back to where they came from, live their lives,
Well, I have taken them back to where they came from.
I'm
to the
sorry.
Source.
They are alive.
Source, I'm assuming.
I'm so sorry.
Well,
You look
they're back
pained.
home then?
Home,
When you say
if you can call
you're
it
taking
that.
them back and they're alive, you're clearly talking about taking them back where they were taken from, no?
Presumably.
Adgrad,
Depends on how
maybe?
far back you're talking. I've
Okay,
taken them back
so they're not
to the
back in
source.
Adgrad, is what you're telling me.
Well, we are all part of Adgaran. Are we not?
He's starting to lose me.
How's that? The Queen also wanted us to check on the health of the source root. It's doing okay? It's good?
Yeah,
How's
is
it doing?
that over there? That
Does it
big
need-
tree thing?
Watering or pruning? How's the source root? She said, check on that source root.
All is well with the source root, I can assure you.
Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful news. Actually, she did ask us to bring the source root to her. That's actually part of a plan. It's going to be a whole other structure and the whole other kind of restructuring and organization she's doing back home in Morgana. So if we can just grab that on our way out, that'd be amazing.
Sure.
Also, I'd love some tea.
And he
if
holds
you have
his hand
any,
out to
if
you.
want to.
Wait, no,
Is that
we
the
want...
source root is in your hand, or what's in there? What's he doing?
Yes.
I think he's gonna put you into the source root. I don't think it's the other way around. Don't touch
Oh,
his
yes,
hand, Rezzy.
indeed.
Don't
All right. Well,
touch it.
yes. A bit more of like just the physical thing, the device itself. We kind of just need that. So just put that somewhere
my
on the
hand.
ground there, and we'll just grab it.
And I will take you to the source root.
Well, does that mean that I would be taken apart and my soul would be taken to the source root, or what does that mean exactly?
Exactly.
Exactly.
We're all part of the source. Correct? You know, we all come from
Absolutely.
the same place.
Yep.
I have
So your
wavering
soul-
opinions on it.
Is made of little bits and pieces of past lives, past joys, past sadnesses. And I see them all in you, though you will have a strange form. And he starts walking towards you, Rezik. And you have a great sadness in you that you will
Ow.
take.
Touch him.
Before you destroy me, there was a person we came with that you might be interested in. They might have actually possibly met them at some point. They were Puppetraics. They were a changeling being that's, I don't know if you created them, or if you know that maybe Ellazar created them, or what the backstory there is. But unfortunately, on the way in, they were killed. So if you have a way of bringing them back, that would also be very helpful.
Yeah, they had this music box. Maybe you're familiar, and I'll give it a little wind, and I'll open up the music box.
And the music box makes no noise. You open it in here and nothing plays.
Killers! Killers?
You'll find that
You had
Ellazar's
one
Crank
tricks
it a little bit.
don't hold purchase here.
trick.
You see, I've worked my whole life. A very long life. To rid this place of Ellazar's hex. His curse. On all of our kind.
I think the consensus is that it's not working.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why the queen sent us, because she wants to end the curse. Because by bringing the source root back to the source heart, it will time will start up again, right? And then everything will go back to normal. You can make elves the regular, normal way, and it will all be fine.
You say that we're all part of the source root, but aren't elves not able to go back and be reborn? I mean, aren't they sort of stuck outside of?
Yes.
Stuck.
Yes.
Yes. It's one way to put it. Stuck here with you. Aventide was a much different place before it was tainted. What do you know of the Lady Mine, goddess of law?
Well,
Rezek?
the queen. The queen told us that people kind of think of the source root or the source heart as kind of a god, like they call it Lady Mayan, right? And we actually were able to locate where the source heart is now. That was the whole thing the archivist was doing, and we found it. And we just got to bring the source root back to the source heart, and time will start again, and we can make Aventide the better again.
Before the source came to Aventide, it was a beautiful place. With just us elves. The source brought change, and it brought all of you. Do you understand what destroying the source means?
I think you're going to tell us, probably, right now.
The source is the only reason you exist.
I mean, would it be destroying it, or it was created during the split, is what you're saying, when the world was broken apart?
What you call the shattering, I call the joining. It's not that Aventide was shattered into multiple places. It was that Ellazar took the source, and our two worlds were combined violently. All we need to do is remove the source, and Aventide will be free of, well, you. And you can go back to whatever it is you do, from wherever it is you came from.
Yeah. See,
I hold no
problem,
grudge.
The problem, I think, is that there's a whole lot of us that sort of like it this way. And really, just to reconceptualize this whole argument, is this more of a you problem than an us problem? Because, the world is the way it is. We're all connected now.
I mean, it's fine if it's not supposed to, but it seems like destroying the source part would that be separating us how it used to be? Is there a way to combine all of the
Oh, I'm sure there is.
with less force?
But like an eternity of being alive hasn't really brought you much closer to figuring it out, it seems.
Well, we are stuck in this loop. Are we not? I'll tell you what's going to happen.
Right.
As we walk around this dance, you will try to steal the source root from me, and you will fail. And you will go back into the source. And in 1,000 years, we will all be back here again. Another group, just like you, will come into my tower to take the source root.
Why do you want us to fail if
Unfortunately-
you want it to go back to normal?
Yeah, it sounds like we're both trying to do the same thing. Like the
Yeah.
queen said, get the source root to break the curse, and you're like, let me keep the source root. I'm breaking the curse, but like you're not breaking it.
Also, well, the queen said this might be the last cycle. Just FYI, by the way, I don't know if you got the new memo about that, but this could be the last cycle. Also, Yeah. What is your plan? How are you going to destroy the Source Hawks? And maybe we can help you. Maybe we can like kind of help you divide the worlds again. That could be a good thing. You never know. I'm up to talking about it, considering
Sure.
it.
All of your kind, take them, rid them from Aventide, and I will split our worlds.
Great.
And you can go on your
great.
merry way. In your sight
and
of
I-
rebirth.
Yeah, no, I've heard actually that if we bring the Source Root back to the Source Hearts, the Seraphim will come down and they'll destroy the Source Heart, right? So this could actually work out for you as well to
The
do
Seraphim.
this. So
And he looks at each of you, but he looks through you, one by one, as he walks us. And he puts his hand down on the ground, and roots start to grow out, and they shoot out at each of you. And as they touch you, you see these images that flash before your eyes, these beautiful plains, mountains, skies, small elves running through fields, clear water, clear skies, and a very simple life. And then you see the sky start to darken, and creatures start to push on what feels like the fabrics of the sky. Mouths, claws, beings, massive beings pushing down on the world. And you start to see chaos and fire and death and destruction raining down. And in the midst of it all, you see the Seraphim. And in a blink of an eye, you're back.
Like the Seraphim were causing it, or they were just there?
The Seraphim have come and brought chaos and destruction. They have tainted the source in all of you, as I see. And their chaotic tendencies have done nothing but ruin this earth. But luckily, because they are not of the source, they are special to me. And you feel like a tugging somewhere deep in your chest. All of you. Something upsetting, some kind of turmoil, and those roots that are touching you rip something out of you. As each of you see a small orb, and within it, each of your seraphim floating with a look of confusion and fear on their faces.
Give them back! Give it back!
Thank you for bringing these to me.
Well,
And you can go and tell the queen you have delivered your message. And he points his finger, and all of the seraphim shoot off into that portal to the south.
Did Cornelia's body just explode, or did we just lose all our items?
Hard to tell.
God damn it, James.
And, you know, for your efforts,
So he's not going to change his mind, right?
He walks
We'll
over.
agree.
no,
and holds his
hold
hand
up,
out.
hold up.
And Rezik, you start to feel your bones cracking and changing. Your body starts to writhe. And very quickly, you guys start to see the form of Rezik start to mold out of what looks like a draconic body. And Rezik, your body
Oh,
comes back to you.
Hi,
he wasn't a
buddy!
dragon. He really wasn't a dragon the whole time.
Oh.
Oh, you guys are
okay.
serious.
I'm
all of
pretty
you
mad
start to
right now 'cause I
feel-
like being a dragon.
And all of you start to feel healthy, rejuvenated. You guys all feel like you had a long rest.
Fucking bastard.
Well,
Listen, buddy, I was your only friend here, I think, and I was really trying to do this, but you just turned me not into a dragon, and now I'm very upset. Guys, do you want to continue to talk? Because I think this might not work out, but I would
I
like
didn't
it
want to talk in the first place.
I want Fifi back!
I did want to talk, but I
Makes sense.
didn't want to talk, so it would appear like as soon as I found out that like all my family's gone. Right, they're all
I
gone.
will say, yeah, no, yep. And I will say this last thing. Listen, I know that, you seem to be enjoying this cycle, but also you want the world to not be like this anymore, so it's kind of confusing. So if you want the cycle to end, we can help you. Just do the opposite of what you did last time and not kill us and give us the thing, and then the cycle might end.
There's no reason.
He's just
without-
smiling.
look at
There's
you.
no
He's
reason.
smiling.
I thought it was
Okay,
very
I'm
logical.
gonna go now.
Oh, what an interesting one you are. And he looks at Eva.
No!
No!
Kill him!
Kill him!
I fireball in his face.
I was already running.
You guys will run. A fireball explodes. I guess whoever's close to him. I guess that would just be Melissa, realistically. Roll me a
Was she
dexterity
already
saving throw.
walking up before I wanted to pick her up and throw her over the bridge?
I was hiding
She was
behind
walking
a
back.
pillar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
What am I doing?
With
I hate-
advantage. You're
I
behind the
probably
pillar.
would have been a little bit closer because I was the one trying to walk. Also.
Okay, well, you start to go. And as you moved forward, the explosion kind of pushed you back.
It's 24. What does that get? me?
24. So you managed to avoid most of the fire, and as the steam starts to let up and the smoke, the creature is gone. And in the blink
Yuck.
of an eye,
Start stomping on the stand.
you all start to see roots shoot out of the ground. Roots wrap around Eva instantaneously, and a big hand
I cast magic missile and I try to
grabs.
hit all of them off of her.
grabs the necklace around her neck. And you hear a crack. And a voice booms from the large tree as your magic missiles hit these branches and they all fall down, writhing and withered. You hear a voice, but I'll be keeping this one. Rezik, instantly you feel a drain, a connection flowing through you. Again, you are the only thing keeping her on this plane. All of you start to feel your bodies slowing down as creeping branches like moss start to grow on your bodies. And as that happens, Eva holds her hands out and all of the moss and branches are pushed away as she holds a small sphere, keeping him at bay. And as she holds it up, I can feel it. You guys, the source root, it is here. This whole place is the root. I can feel it. Limitless energy all around us. Unfortunately, I can't hold this for very long. What are we going to do?
How do we take a route? That's the whole place.
Well, we must remove Habbadash. And I
Right,
think the
kill the
only way we
bastard.
can do that. And she looks down. The Seraphim. He's scared of the Seraphim. They are the only way to stop him. I will
Well, he
hold this.
took 'em.
Go! Retrieve them. quickly, before it's too late.
You're so smart
As you
and cool
start
right
to
now.
hear-
Okay, let's go, everybody.
You start to hear branches cracking all around.
I love you, Eva. Let's go.
All right, so she starts to hold it, and the farther away you get, Rezik, you start to feel that connection get weaker and weaker and weaker, as if it's almost a thread when you step too far away, as if it could snap, as Eva just holds her hands up. And in the distance, you start to see swirling rocks and sand forming into creatures. Everybody roll initiative.
Gosh.
Oh man.
We tried.
I got my one out of the way.
So did I.
Nice.
And I got a 2.
For me.
That's
Wow.
3 for me.
I got a 13.
15.
The dice goes in jail.
What did you get, Kate? Sorry.
6.
6?
Who's Kate?
True.
And then you got a, what did you get, total? 6 as well? Daye?
I got 3. All right.
Oh, a 3.
Total?
Total.
Oh, that's right, you got a 3.
Yes.
Who am I missing? Yeah,
Bobby?
Trust. Rezik? Hellwise?
Oh wait, I'm
Yes,
stupid. I have
Bobby.
advantage on initiative. Hold on, I'm dumb.
No,
Oh wow.
wait a minute.
I got a
Oh,
13.
Melissa. Melissa, what did you get?
I got a 6.
Oh, a 6 as well.
Just kidding. I actually didn't get a 6. I got an 8. I have advantage, and I rolled a 3 instead of a 1.
Dang it! You skipped me now.
Okay, you guys in the distance, you start to see creatures forming, and you see Eva holding her hands up, barely maintaining some semblance of this ring of protection around you guys, keeping this source root from gobbling you up. Behind you, you see this large crackling portal that all of your seraphim were thrown through. And to the north, you see a massive, massive tree that booms loudly, just laughing.
Let's
And
go get
smiling.
our seraphims.
So we have to go through the portal to get our seraphim first.
It would seem so.
It
Okay.
would seem so.
And Rezik, as you, the farther away
Yeah.
you get, Rezik, the more that
Rezik, should you
bond
stay
seems to start
with Eva?
snap.
Should you stay? If you leave, she's not going to be able to hold this stuff back.
Fuck.
You didn't have a seraphim, did you?
Nope.
All right, then you stay with Eva. We'll get our seraphim. Don't lose your
And I
connection.
was a dragon. Damn it.
Can't you polymorph? Polymorph back into a dragon.
Yeah, just try.
Oh, yeah,
Sounds
okay.
Great.
Jesus, Rezik, get your head in the game.
You yell this, and Rezik, you start to see those sandy
They're arguing
simulacrums
again.
start to appear. What are you guys doing? What is everyone doing? One round.
Oh, that's a good question. Did I keep my spider form? Because that came from my shoes that I'm wearing.
You do. You did keep
Okay.
your spider form.
Okay.
So what's happening? We're leaving. I assume,
I don't know.
Right?
What's
Are you
happening?
saying-
Rezik, protect Eva. Let's go get
Well,
our
I
buddies.
think Calwise is first. I don't know. Is
No,
Calwise-
everyone,
Yeah.
everyone, you get one round.
Oh, everyone.
I've
Okay.
decided. That's the plan.
Okay, that's the plan. That's the
All right.
plan.
I'm running to get the seraphim.
Yeah.
The
me
four of
too.
you jump
Same.
through this portal, leaving Eva and Rezik to protect. As you do,
Good luck.
each of you roll me a d20
Oh, gee.
who jumped through the portal. And Rezik, what are you doing? You have one round to prepare.
Nice. That's nice for me.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
Are we adding anything to this roll?
Can we?
Don't forget,
No.
you guys have
It's a straight
inspiration.
d20.
Can we roll with advantage?
This is not a good or bad. It's just just a random number generator for me. All right. It's not
Sure.
A good or bad roll?
So I shouldn't roll with advantage. I rolled a 1. Should I roll with my
You
inspiration?
got a 1? What did everyone else
Yeah.
get?
I got
7.
a 3.
You got a 7 too?
A 7,
I did.
a 7,
And a 3.
3, and a 1. Oh my god. All right.
You wanted to
You're
kill
rolling
it.
it tonight. Get all the bad rolls out now, right?
And Habbadash spoke too slowly. All of our rolls
Yikes.
suck.
Okay,
Sapped the fucking energy out of our rolls.
All right. This
Slow
is how it
speaking.
ended up. You guys, Daye, you and Melissa, Trust, and Cornelia, you start to hear the roar of a crowd. You feel a sun start to beat down harshly on you. The smell of sand and metal and blood all fill your nostrils as you blink, the sun overhead oppressing you. And as you open your eyes, you see something writhing in the distance. You're in a huge circular room. And as you look up,
Oh my
a
god.
massive Hydra stands
Whoa.
before you.
Why?
What?
We're so small.
And you see deep within this Hydra
The hell?
a small whale and a small lizard, their life force being sucked from their body, writhing in pain.
I'm coming, baby!
Cornelia, you are first in this order. You wake up, you hear the roaring of a crowd. You're in some kind of coliseum. 15-foot walls surround you with a big walkway beyond. What are you doing?
We see the guy, so we can attack him. I assume he's got
You
5
see
heads.
him.
But
The
It's a
Hydra?
5-headed Hydra.
Fire! Yeah, fire! I think I know. Fire!
At your feet, you see a flurry of different weapons and broken planks of wood, maces, whips, axes, swords, all rusted and broken shields. You see a whole plethora of what look like small bullets, sling bullets, and
Do I-
arrows.
Can I make a history check to see if I know anything about Hydras?
Sure.
and then while
Great. Well,
Roll a lore check, which will be your charisma.
Oh. Well. Check? No, that's a saving throw. My charisma. 7.
A 7. Yeah, unfortunately, you have stories of the Hydra, but it's more just that.
Don't cut off its heads. I mean, every story has to go over don't cut off its heads, right?
Yeah, it's just because it rhymes with Lydra, and that was the name that you were trying to rhyme once in a bar while trying to pick up a beautiful woman.
Right.
checks
All
out.
right. Well, I'm gonna hope Cornelia just doesn't cut off a head. Then I guess.
I'm hearing that in the back of my head. Don't get off. I'm just gonna, I guess, take one of the bullets, or I'm gonna flick one of the bullets that are laying on the ground, and cast catapult at our catapult to the one of the
Okay.
heads.
Okay, you turn towards the Hydra and you cast the spell Catapult. This small bullet goes launching at Mach speed from your hand. Is it?
Yeah.
Does it take a? It makes a save. A deck save, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. It got a 17.
I think that saves. Damn it. It does.
Okay. You shoot at the heads, and the heads are just this mass of snake-like tendrils, and the bullet goes wide as these things are incredibly agile.
I lied. It's 18. You add that. Oh, I lied. It does hit.
And then, just when you think it's gonna miss, a head moves in the way, and wham! It smashes into it. Deal some damage.
Okay. 15 damage.
15 damage. It smashes against the neck, and you see this big gashing wound open in the neck. The Hydra screams into the air, and the crowd goes wild as you start to see this almost blackish red green blood start to flow out. It looks like almost like oil. Anything else you're doing?
I am going to go to the left here and be by this shield.
Okay, you hold up the shield and duck. As you see Cornelia do that, Trust, you look around and realize the situation you're in. What are you doing?
I'm going to pull my Lunalele off my back and take my finger picks and strum violently and cast Wall of Fire, and I want it to go through the middle of the Hydra.
Okay.
Not like either in front of or behind the Seraphim, not through the Seraphim, but like not cutting off the heads, but trying to just like slice it through the middle.
Okay. This big wall of fire erupts underneath the Hydra, and it starts to scream in agony. We'll draw that. Let's see here. It's like here-ish. How long is it?
120 feet.
But sorry, how wide is it? I should say.
Sorry, it's 20. Wait.
20 feet.
60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick.
Oh, 1 foot thick. Okay, so we'll put it like right here-ish. There we go. This giant wall of fire erupts from the sides. The crowd goes wild, and fire starts to spread all along the wood on the sides of the parapet. The Hydra screams as fire erupts underneath it. What does it need to do?
Well, for me, what spell slot does that take up? It says it's phase 4, so does that mean it's a 4th level slot, or does it?
Yes.
Okay. It does nothing.
I believe it takes damage, right?
Sorry, yeah, 5d8 fire damage, or half as much on a successful save.
Okay, it rolls, and it got a 9, so it takes full damage.
Okay.
So roll that damage, and meanwhile, Skid and Kelwise, the lights dim almost to where you can't see at all. And as you look and peer, you see something familiar swimming around in a puddle of water. Ooh, why is that not okay? Kelwise, you recognize this creature.
No! Kelwise, no!
Inside this creature, the essence
Drama.
of a small red panda and a droplet of water. This thing swims and then buries itself into the sand underneath as it crawls around underground.
My entire body fills with hate.
Post-traumatic stress.
Okay.
The memory of my dead parents comes welling back into me, and I am filled with hate and anger.
Okay.
Two of them.
There with you.
There's only one of them.
Who's first?
You are first, Kelwise.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to. It's sort of disappeared. Yeah.
It disappeared into the ground, yeah.
15, 20, 25. I'm going to move right up to the water's edge. It is water, yeah.
Yeah, it
Seems like
seems to
water.
be this crystalline pool of, again, that pure water.
Okay. And I'm going to just ready an action.
What action?
An attack.
Okay. So when this thing
Pull out
shows
my
up.
2 swords. Yeah, and basically just readying an attack.
Okay. You do that. Skid, you see him run up, ready an attack, facing the ground. What do you do?
You said that there is the essence of a panda in a droplet of water?
Inside this creature roaming around. Yes.
Oh, inside the creature roaming around. Yo, if I'm seeing him prep for the ground, I'm gonna join him.
Okay.
We're about to whack-a-mole. We're about to whack a bullet.
All right. Are you moving towards where he is?
I'll move on. Do I have enough speed to move to the other side of the pool?
Let's see.
My movement is 40.
Sure. Yeah. So you're moving to the other side of the pool?
Mm-hmm.
So you move to the other side of the pool and ready yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, the bullet explodes from the ground in front of you, Kelwise, and charges straight at you. And as it gets close, your ready to attack goes off. As it attempts to leap and pin you to the ground.
Yeah, and that is a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Cool.
Oof. And it rolled a 6 on its attack.
That's a 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. You cut into this thick hide in between two plates on its back as you see this blood start to trickle from it.
I knew you were coming.
Meanwhile, Rezik. Oh, that's always the wrong one. There it is. Rezik, creatures start to pop up. 3 of them, in fact. All very similar looking to that clone of Habbadash. They form. They walk, smiling, into her barrier and slowly, with hands outstretched, start to walk towards Eva. What are you doing?
Okay. Yeah, I am going to cast Polymorph and turn into a. Yeah, I see these wizards approaching my sister, and I am just furious, and I'm gonna just like let out a large like kind of a growl or like a roar again, like when I was a dragon, and as I roar, just like black scales start to form, and my neck kind of elongates, my entire body like gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm suddenly like a black dragon, and I let out a giant burst of acid straight at their faces. And let's see here.
Is it a dexterity saving throw?
5 foot wide. Can I try to? I guess. Well, I can't. I guess I can't do an attack though because I did it in action already. So I turn into the dragon. That's what I do. I'm sorry. I forgot. I can't do an attack as well.
Well, you did have a round to get yourself ready and situated.
Oh, cool. Okay. Then
So
great.
you polymorphed. These things appeared, and as a now black dragon wormling, you're shooting acid at them in a cone.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Well, I guess it's actually for the black dragon. It is a 30-foot line. It's 5 feet wide. So maybe I can position
okay, so
myself
it's a
to
line
try to
attack.
hit like maybe like 2 of them if possible. I probably can't hit all 3.
How long is the line?
It's a 30-foot line.
30-foot line. Well, if you stood over here somewhere, you could
Great.
absolutely shoot all 3 of them.
Okay, cool. Then I'll do that.
Okay, so you turn into a dragon and you run, and they don't even seem to look at you. Their eyes focused on her, and you shoot out this line of acid. Is that a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, and they all fail. Trust, how much
Ooh.
damage did that wall of fire do?
27.
27.
But all of my d20s are rolling like shit, and I'm scared.
Yeah.
Over here rolling every single one.
Acid sprays out on these creatures. And how much damage did you do?
It's 11d8 And that's 40 points of acid damage.
40 points of acid damage. All three of these
Yeah.
just kind of melt to the ground.
Nice.
But you start to feel swirlings all around you. Meanwhile, we cut back to the Hydra. I don't know why it's doing this. We cut back to the Hydra on fire. It screams as it charges towards you, Trust. 5 giant snake heads flash out at you.
Oh my gosh.
What is your armor class?
15.
15.
Million.
That's a 24 and a 14.
15 million.
Ugh.
22. 13. And a 14. 2 hit.
Okay.
2 of these things, these massive fangs, bite into your body.
Hellish Rebuke.
7
Nice.
plus. What? Okay. And you take 25 points of piercing damage as fire erupts from you, hitting this creature as it writhes around, and the head that bit you, fire bursts out of where you are, and its head starts to burn and writhe, and then falls to the ground. How much damage do you do?
Shit. 8.
8 damage.
Fuck.
One of the heads now lies onto the ground, burnt to a crisp, but 4 still sit menacingly around you, ready to attack. Cornelia.
Down.
Yeah. I'm gonna try casting sleep and focus on their heads. Yeah.
Okay. How
Go
many
with
hit
that.
die?
So I'm gonna cast it in 2nd level. 13, 14, 18. 23, 29, so 32.
32. All 4 heads start to look weary and dreary as they all fall to the sand. The crowd goes wild.
What?
Oh, Cornelia! Ah!
Trust, you start to scream, these heads just kind of laying on the ground right next to you, asleep.
But wait, the second we try and get him out, it's gonna wake up. Like
So
if we cut-
there's
cut
one
into
head.
it.
There's
One head is burnt to
still?
a crisp. There's 4 more
Oh.
heads that are all sleeping, as
Maybe
this
if you-
beast is kind of falling over.
Maybe if you attack the body, not the heads.
Right, but it'll
Yeah.
wake up as soon as we attack it, right? With like injure it.
Can we just grab our seraphims, maybe?
Or they're inside it.
Oh, Jesus. We'll cut them out, Trust.
But it'll wake up. Okay, I chug a soul.
Yes.
Okay, you chug a soul and you burst alight with energy.
Like a Gatorade, just chugs it down.
And rips them out with her hands.
I'm trying to. Well, yeah, I'm trying to rip them out. Yeah.
Okay, they seem to be deep within the belly. Are you gonna go and try and stab into this thing and go for it? Or are you trying to crawl down a throat? How are you trying to get them out?
No more. I have no more of that. I've crawled into too many mouths.
Mouths.
I transform and get really massive, scary claws, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to the belly of the beast.
Okay, you rush over to its body and you make 2 claw attacks trying to pierce
I
into
tell
this thing.
Cornelia to hold an attack for when it wakes up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get closer, actually.
Well, you already used your turn,
Oh, sorry.
Cornelia. You
ready.
cast sleep, all right?
Well, hold your
Or you can-
action.
you still have a
Trust, hold your
movement.
action then. Okay.
Be ready. Just be ready. Yeah. So what do I roll for my claw attacks?
2 attacks at +7 with advantage.
2 attacks +7 with advantage. Okay. 10 plus 7.
17.
Okay, yep, that was the roll for that one. 13 plus 7.
That's a 20.
Ooh, 16. 16 plus 7.
Okay, so both of your attacks hit as you cut this giant cross section into this beast, dealing a large amount of damage. This beast screams as those four heads shoot up into the air, hovering again.
But now I'm under it. Ha! Heads can't get me. Ha! I'm
And,
underneath you.
Yeah.
You're in the blind spot.
And you start to see this just blood and almost like its insides are just coming out as you've cut its abdomen. Meanwhile, in the crystalline lair, this bullet has jumped out at you, Kelwise. What are the two of you doing?
Oh, I'm attacking it more.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
would run
attack.
over and also try to smash its head in.
Okay, you run over and try and smash its head in as well.
Since I believe I'm first in the turn order, can I, first of all, since I'm right next to it, see if there's any places where it looks like it's a weak point?
Roll a perception.
Cool, that advantage helped a lot. 12?
12. Unfortunately, the plates are just through evolution, these plates are really well linked together. And while you can cut in between them with your blade here and there, there's no like very vulnerable spot on this thing.
All right, over to Skid, I'll just say, aim for between the plates, and I'll cast Hunter's Mark very quickly, and I'm going to
Okay.
stab it again a whole
All
bunch
right.
of times.
You make 2 attacks.
First attack, 13.
A 13 bounces off of his armor.
Okay. Second attack, just for clarification purposes, I have 2 swords out. That's double wielding, and I get 2 attacks, meaning 4 attacks. Yeah.
No, so you'd use a bonus action to use your offhand, unfortunately. So you get 1 attack with your offhand as a bonus action while dual wielding.
Got it.
So you would get 3, but you used your bonus action for Hunter's Mark this round. But next round you'll get 3 attacks.
Roger. 18. Okay,
18. You hit. You cut
Okay.
into this beast.
And that is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay, you cut into this thing. Anything else you want to do? As this thing stares you down, that familiar look from your childhood, where everything was taken from you. Skid, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit like on its neck between the blades, between the things that Kelly
plates?
just told me. Plates.
Well, it's kind of
No,
like
not blades,
overlapping plates. So like a knife would be able to get in and stab underneath, but like a hammer.
Got it. I'm gonna crush its head.
Okay. How are you doing that? You're gonna you're running around the thing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna run around and smack it.
Okay, you run around and you move to attack.
It was a natural 20. I dropped my
Ooh.
dice, but it landed on a natural 20 on the desk.
Critical hit.
Deck counts. So that's gonna be for my first attack, which then that was an 11. So 12 plus 11 plus 6. That's how that works, right? Because we do max and then what I rolled, right?
So you do
How
max
we do
damage
the
for the
20?
first one, so it's 12, right?
And then I rolled
Plus
an
what you rolled,
11.
so that's 23
13.
plus your
23.
strength.
6.
6.
29.
29 points of damage. You smash this thing, and one of its plates cracks underneath, revealing a big fleshy part on the back. Kelwise, you notice it
Nice.
immediately.
Hit the fleshy part.
That looks fun to hit again, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
Okay, come on. You did me so well.
I cover my face in case it splatters.
Less cool. I rolled a 12 for a 21.
21. That hits.
Nice. No, not bad.
And that is 15 damage.
15 damage. You smash this thing again. It starts to writhe and its body starts to heat up almost. This thing starts to glow red hot with anger. Math.
It looks like we're all getting angry today then,
This thing spins. These razor sharp plates start to cut and wind, slashing out at both of you. That is a 24 for Skid and a 22 for Hellwise. It hits both of you.
Neither of
and
those hit.
This tail scratches, dealing
0 points.
Both of you roll a strength check as you take 23 points of damage and your bodies are knocked so hard that the force of this spinning beast seems to launch you backwards.
Save or check?
Strength saving throw.
Saving throw. 12.
A 12.
17.
A 17. You manage to keep your feet on you, Skid, but unfortunately, Kelwise, you are knocked prone as this thing dives into the earth and buries. And as it starts to bury itself, Skid, it's leaving your threat range, but it's going straight into the ground. So you can make an attack if you'd like, but with disadvantage.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna.
What was the damage, by the way? Sorry.
23.
Oh, yeah. How much?
23.
For both of us?
23.
Ugh,
23.
hate that.
But you guys split it, so you guys each half that.
Yeah, you half it and
Not real?
multiply
I
it by
can't
2.
tell.
Roll your rolls.
Okay, I think you're joking. Okay, I'm gonna roll to attack. And I rolled, like, doo-doo with a 12.
A 12 does not hit. You hit the dirt right as this thing buries itself. I'm just going to put it here
I just
as a
yell.
reminder. Meanwhile, Kelwise, not Kelwise, Rezik. You are standing here, a black dragon, as you start to see this time 4 appear in front of you, all arms out, as they start to walk towards Eva.
Okay, let's see if I get the acid breath back. I do not. Okay, crap. Then yeah, I will just straight up just lunge at the closest one and start just,
Okay.
like biting and clawing. If I can kill it with one hit, then I'll keep going on the other ones. But
Okay, so you jump at the nearest one and
actually,
attack.
no. What I will do is I will literally like stand in front of Eva, and I'm going to just like defend. And then as they come at me, I'll attack them. So I guess I'll just
So
kind
you're
of
gonna
defend.
hold an action to attack?
Yeah.
Like right around there?
Can I? Yeah. Can I still like use the multiple attacks though, or is it just like only one attack? when
Well,
you
you'd
hold
only
it-
get
hold your-
one reaction attack doing this.
Yeah, that's the concern I had. Damn it. Okay, that sucks. I'll do it though. I'm gonna stand and just defend. I'm gonna try to like
Okay.
use my entire body to like really block Eva from them.
Okay. You take a defensive stance in front of Eva, ready to lash out at anything that comes near her. As it so happens,
Large
all of
dragon
them start
body.
to shamble towards her. Roll an attack as one comes near.
Okay. Where's my good dice? Where'd it go? Oh no. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's what is that plus for a bite? It's +7. So that is it's 18 plus 7, so 25.
25, that hits.
Nice. Okay, and that is a 15. So 2d10 plus 4 Sec. Oh no. Mouse, where'd you go? There it is. Okay. 2d10.
Oops.
2d10. So that is going to be 14 plus 4, so that's 18 piercing damage, and then 1d8 of acid damage. So that will be a 6 acid damage.
Okay, the one on the left disintegrates and falls into sand as it falls down. But the other 3 start slowly marching towards her.
Great.
And as they do, they reach her and they roll me a
Well, I am a
dexterity
large. My
saving
body
throw.
is large right now. I'm not a medium size, so I can kind of maybe defend a little bit more than. But yeah. Okay. I'll do a saving. Okay. What was the saving throw? Was a dex you said or a strength?
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dexterity. It's dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You manage to just kind of use your body to shove one out, but unfortunately, 2 more reach out, and as they touch her body, Eva starts to scream as you start to see roots come out of their fingertips and start to burrow themselves into her skin and underneath her flesh. As that's happening, meanwhile, this Hydra now raging and screaming.
Yeah.
4 heads shoot up as it jumps back to try and lash at you underneath it. It moves to the side, and 4 heads come at you, Trust, as it starts to bleed from its stomach. It's a 19, 27, a 26, and a 29. 4 hits against you.
Good thing I'm wearing that necklace.
10 damage from the first one, 12 from the second, 6 from the third, and 6 from the fourth. What? Oh, you're muted.
On Discord.
Fucking Zero always mutes me. I'm dead.
Roll me a charisma save.
24.
A 24. Your body reverts back to Trust. Falls to the ground. You still have your full HP, just this form has now dissolved off into the ether. As you stand before this Hydra, you were like right under its belly, right about there.
You were a soul creek because you had the soul.
You fall down, and all your physical abilities have now drained away from your body, and you feel lethargic and sluggish as all that energy kind of ran through your body and kind of tore through it. Meanwhile, Cornelia,
hold on. I'm unclear on how much HP to give myself right now.
You have full HP now. You're just no longer a psychopath.
I'm no longer a cyber psycho.
You no longer look like a psychopath, but you know.
Take another soul.
We know. Cornelia, what are you doing?
Horrifying.
Yes, sir. Would I be able to fly on top of this guy and stab him?
Sure. Yeah. Roll me a acrobatics check as you kind of trying to jump and fly on top of this thing.
It's gonna be good. It's a 26.
26. Yeah, you fly up, and as they're attacking Trust, you land gracefully on the back of this Hydra.
Ha! 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 What a rush! Ah!
I'm gonna attack him.
Okay, you attack him
And
as
I'm
this
gonna
body's
cast-
still kind of stampeding around and moving. You're wobbling to try and attack.
I'm gonna cast Booming Blade while I attack. Just gather all my energy with my dagger and stab him.
Okay, you cast Booming Blade. Roll an attack.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
That's what it's there for.
So 6. Oh, geez. So it ends up being a 16.
A 16 just hits as you start to fall, and you use your dagger as leverage to stab into this hydra. And again, that flaming wall behind you crackles and starts to light the whole Colosseum you're on
Cool.
on
Man.
fire, ablaze. And because she's next to it, you get sneak attack.
Oh no, it ends up being too much. Too many points.
As that's going, Trust, you fall down to the ground. Your Super Saiyan form has been relinquished by the amount of damage this thing has unloaded on you. You see Cornelia on its back, stabbing it. What are you doing?
I cast Bane.
Okay, you cast Bane. It fails its save as a dark
Nice.
cloud of
major.
tiefling negativity swirls around each of its foreheads.
Comes out my horns.
So
Nice.
I just did a 14 damage, by the way.
14.
Nice.
Okay. 14.
Didn't you say it included sneak attack though?
Oh yeah, shit.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just tell me what the sneak attack extra damage is as we come back. Meanwhile, we move to the crystal pit. The bullet has dug under the ground. What are the two of you doing?
Another 13 damage.
I'm picking myself up off the ground.
Okay.
But
both of you roll me a
also-
perception check.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I, based on the angle of trajectory and my knowledge, try to figure out where it may come back up?
Okay, both of us make a perception check or just Kellwise?
Both of you.
Cool. Really helping me tonight. 11.
11. And
11
what'd you get?
advantage I get.
22.
Okay. 22.
Nice.
I thought you were saying 4. I was like, okay. 22. You notice the bullet deep within this pool, swimming around. And this thing is just like a deep shaft. It's swimming around, and you notice it's almost regenerating in this sparkling, fairy-lit tube. It's maybe 30 feet beneath the surface of the water.
It's in the water. We gotta get him out. He's regenerating.
Yeah, and I was able to help with that until very, very recently, unfortunately.
Hold your horses. I'm gonna go in and hit him out.
Okay, then I'll
He's
wait
ready.
up here for him to come out, and I'll hit him when he comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're diving in?
I'm gonna dive in. I want to like see if I can use the hammer to hit him up and out.
Okay, so you jump in head first. Yeah, I'm assuming you take a giant leap up to get a big dive down. You use your rabbit legs to jump way up in the air and hits the
The weight
water.
of the
and
hammer
this
probably helps me go
cool-
faster in the water
Yeah,
too.
and this ridiculously large, it looks like a meat tenderizer hammer comes flying, and you just sink like a rock in this water. It feels cool and clean and around you, and you get to this thing.
The first, I want to hit him, and then for my second, I'm gonna hit him up. So the first, I want to hit him on the way down, and then use my second attack to hit him up.
Okay, well, if you hit him down, you might knock him farther down.
Ew, I'm a big fat liar. I'm just gonna smack him up.
Okay, I mean, you can, and you could potentially. It would just require maybe like a dexterity check to hit him before he goes
I hit him.
flying down.
How? It's not very wide, right? If I hit him into the wall and then I hit him up.
You might be able to hit him into the wall. Yeah, for sure. On your way
That's what
over.
I think
So you
I
take
do, hit him into the wall
you
and
take
hit
2
him up.
swipes at him. Absolutely. So you swipe at him once as he goes flying. Roll with disadvantage now since you're in the water. It's just weird and foreign to you moving through this liquid as these kind of lights are now flashing very close to your eyes, almost blinding you.
Hold on, I'm reading what Rage does. Does it give me advantage on rolling?
I believe it does.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Not
yes. Yes.
It says strength checks and saving throws, but not attacks.
Oh. Well, it does in my game.
Yeah, there's different ability thing for like the attacks. I think it's called
In
like
that case, I'm gonna be so mad. And on the way down, right before freaking Skid hits the water, you just say, as all the hair freaking puffs out.
And immediately,
Mad here. Her eyes just turn freaking red. Oh wait,
you can attack recklessly with advantage, but they get advantage on you for their attacks after that.
yeah. I figured that was the case.
That is a 23 to hit then.
23 hits. Your first attack smashes him into the wall. Roll damage.
And that is a 6 plus 6 is 12.
12 damage. All right.
Nice.
In your second
Smack him into
attack,
the wall.
you hit him into the wall. You spin around and use the weight of your hammer to try and uppercut this thing.
Yep, I'll send him up for you, Calwise. Ooh! 28.
28.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'd say that hits. Roll damage. Cowboys, you hear a
12.
crack. You hear a cracking sound. Another 12. And immediately, the giant body of a bullet comes flying up out of the water, and as it does, it turns, and you see just for a second that cracked plate in its back. What are you doing?
I am making, if possible, a running leap and stab.
Okay, you run, you take your sword, and you just stab like a spiraling spear through the air. Roll an attack.
Oh boy. Super fun. 12.
A 12. It's fortunate, though, that you have another sword in your other hand as both of them go flying towards this thing.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I'm not even going to add the inspiration because it was so much lower than the first roll.
And luckily, because of your prowess, you have a third attack with your with your dual wielding.
It's probably like one left. Just sneeze
Yes.
on it.
Fantastic. 23.
A 23. Kelwise, you feel your body
It's that memory, man. It's that memory of
stab
your family.
into this thing and tear into its back as your body just pierces through the back of this thing and through its stomach as you land on the other side of the shore. The thing
like
kind
roll.
of reels, and you see it look at you, confusion in its eyes as it hits the side of the bank and falls down dead. Meanwhile,
Give me back my Seraphim.
Rezik, these things, very flimsy, are digging these roots into Eva, but at the same time, more slowly start to appear. This time, 5 appear in front of you. What are you doing?
Crap. Ugh. Crap. I'm going to let's see if I get the acid back. No. Fuck. Okay. I'm going to bite down on the guy in front of me, or the guy like next to me that's not on Eva yet. Bite down on that guy and then try to toss him in the direction of the other ones.
Okay. Yeah. So you use your action to try and bite down and then perform a throw. Roll an attack and then a strength
Oh, and then a strength. Okay.
check. Athletics, I guess.
Okay. Let's see here. So for the attack, that's a 19.
A 19 hits. You clamp onto this thing, and you feel its form is very flimsy, barely being held together. and you
And for
launch
the other
it.
roll, that was a 21.
21. It goes flying. This one to the right of you. You said.
Yeah. Yes.
You take it. You throw it. You launch it. It hits 2 of them, and all 3 of them into dust.
Nice.
Oh, this
And
one.
then I'm gonna go to the other ones that are already on Eva and start clawing the crap out of those guys.
Okay, so you get another extra claw attack as these all start to move in.
Yeah,
on
'cause
her.
as a young black dragon, I have 3 attacks, 1 with bite and 2 with claws.
Okay,
So that's 16 and an 18.
both hit. Roll damage.
Okay, for the claw attacks, and that's a 2d6 plus 4, 2d6 plus 4, so that's 8 for the first one, and then 15 for the second one.
Okay, 2 more of them just crash into dust. But unfortunately, 3 of them move and reach Eva and again start to push their tendrils in. And you see these almost roots start to take place as if they're trying to root in her very body. And her body again starts to flicker as she's no longer held together with that necklace. Her body starting to almost turn into mist in the wounds of this tree-like creature. She takes damage, but still holds this moss back, and you start to see around her, her field of influence. These roots and moss start to grow almost up and around, testing for any bit that it can find to just rip you all to shreds. Meanwhile,
Because some of these guys are just kind of like just passing by me. Can I get like a reaction on anybody that's just kind of like walking right by me to attack Eva?
well, you have what, a 10-foot range right now?
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't think any of them have moved outside of your attack range yet.
Didn't those guys
But
just come
if
in
they-
from in front of me? They just like walked right by me to go to Eva.
Yeah, but it's when they leave
So they
your
walked
threat
into
range.
my
You get,
melee and then left.
well, you have 10-foot range, so your melee is now 10 foot, right?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, it is. You're right. Okay. All right.
So
You're
unfortunately,
walking right by
not
me.
this time.
All right.
Meanwhile, oh, what is that? What is that? Where are we going? Where are we going? The Hydra.
Yeah.
4 heads shoo, look back at you, Cornelia, as you have stabbed it in the back. 4 heads come flying towards you. It's a 17, a
Why is it
dirty
me?
20, a 25, and a 26.
Oh my gosh. Can I cast shield to at least, I think, block one of those?
Sure. So you cast shield and it blocks one of the heads, but 3 more come by your shields. The first one deals 8 damage. The second one deals 12. And the third one deals 17 points of damage.
What a jerk.
You see this happening as Cornelius just getting stabbed and bitten on the back of this thing. One of the things you notice, Daye, and I believe Cornelia, you're first, as you have your knife just stabbed into this thing's back, you do notice is that big open wound that you had clawed like a cross section into. Underneath, just dripping and bleeding, and there's just kind of guts that the abdomen can't quite hold in, starting to slowly ooze out. Cornelia, what are you doing?
All right. So if I notice that, can I try to do a little slide around its body? And as I'm like sliding, just like pull down with my dagger and try to like slice them open a little more?
Sure.
Does that
so
make
you try
sense?
and slide
like,
off its
use
back?
my body, yeah, like
Yeah.
around to his front and use my body to just sort of open him up more.
Sure. So you jump, make an attack as you use your dagger to try and just tear down using your body weight as leverage.
14.
A 14. Unfortunately, as this thing, you slide down the front where those 4 heads are just kind of flailing about. So you slide down. You can't quite keep your dagger in, but you do manage to kind of slip down as your attack misses.
All right. Then I'll just use my bonus action to back up a little bit.
Okay, so you back up and kind of duck behind something to keep yourself from being completely in the open. Trust, what are you doing?
I don't know what. Actually,
you remember that it has Bane, right? Were you subtracting from hitting Cornelia?
I did. I subtracted. It only rolled 1 though.
Okay. I don't know what I want to do. Okay. Cornelia, do you need healing? No, can't tell. How does she look? Does she look like she's about to die?
Yeah, can I answer? I'm okay. Just kill this thing.
All right.
I want my stuff back.
I'd like to run, slide under it, and as I get under its gaping wound hole, cast Thunder Wave into its wound.
Ooh, okay. Roll a dexterity or acrobatics to see how well you kind of do this slide maneuver as you get. You start to charge up your horns with this thunderous energy.
21.
21. You slide underneath it as you feel that dripping blood like oil start to pour all over your body. And you unleash into this thing, and it doesn't even get a save. As this critical wound starts to rupture even its very organs. Roll double damage on this. As you thunder wave into this thing.
Okay, so, I'm gonna get my d8. Okay, 3. That is 14, 20.
20 damage.
Plus, then you double that, or do I roll these again?
Just double it. 40
Just double it, so 40 damage.
Damage to this thing. Big blood and viscera and guts just start to pour out of this thing as it starts to writhe and screech and falls right on top of you.
Oh, God.
As Trust disappears underneath this 2-3 ton monster. And you hear very distantly. Meanwhile, where do we go? The pit, the crystal pit.
You managed to end up in the belly.
Monster
anyway.
is now. You're underwater. Skid, you're still deep underwater as Kelwise. You see this thing kind of laying dead with this massive hole in it. You now covered in viscera and insides as well. And you see 2 little bubbles. One with a red panda and one with a dewdrop just kind of fall out, almost made of crystal.
Yeah. Does it look like a size that's edible?
What?
Yeah, they're
I'm gonna try for it anyway. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna wash Quinquano off in the water a little bit because I think he would appreciate it, and then I'm just gonna try to eat him.
Okay, yeah, and as you reach towards your mouth, he just turns into a droplet and right back into you, and you immediately feel the source of all the water around you consolidate, and you feel a pull as if now with Quinquano's powers you can deny just a hint of the power that Habbadash has, and you see now in front of you the gateway back into the room, and you see in front of you this gateway with this black dragon fighting desperately as a young girl is being ravaged by roots, and as they grow into her body, and her body almost turning into a mist and kind of escaping reality. Anything else you want to do?
I'm reaching my hand out to pull Skid out of the water so we can get out of here as quick as possible.
Okay, Skid, you're pulled out of the water quickly. You see the little crystalline orb with a familiar red panda.
How did you do
we got
your
people to
thing?
help. I just ate him. I just right in.
Should I eat you? I'm gonna start like running with it. Like, I'm not sure. Can I eat you? I'm just gonna.
Just do it. Put it in your mouth.
I'm just gonna like put it towards my chest.
As you put it towards your chest, you feel a tail come wrap around your neck like a scarf, and you feel your fur start to emblazon as a light shines out in front of your eyes, and poof, a big red tail pops out of your backside, ready to hold anything. And the two of you, and now you two can see the way that this place is more of an extra dimensional space, and you can look out, and it's as if you could just walk back into the room.
Back we go?
I'm going. We're walking.
And the two
Better
of
yet,
you
running.
Owen.
just warp. As Rezik, you feel the presence behind you, and as you turn, you see both of them pop out back in into the same room you're at. Again,
Protect
this time,
her!
3, 4,
Looking at
5,
Eva.
6 simulacrum appear. What are you doing?
Question for you. Whenever these guys latch on to Eva, is it like they have to kind of start up this root thing, or is it like they're just kind of always adding on and it's getting
kind
more
of
and more?
immediately starts to almost suck at her life force. It doesn't seem like a ramp up thing.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to bite down on the one in front of me, and then do the same thing again, where I kind of just bowl. I'm just gonna toss them at the other guys behind me.
Okay. Roll an attack.
That is a 16.
A 16 hits, and roll an athletics.
Athletic. Oh yeah, athletic. Okay, that's 18.
And 18. Again, you knock 3 of them, and they into a mist.
Nice. And then I'm gonna the other. Let's see. I guess you know what? I'm just gonna basically like launch my body at the rest of them behind me. Just like my wings come out, I like do like a quick like couple of flaps, and then just go super hyper fast straight into them, and just try to like knock them all down with my body.
Okay, roll an attack.
Okay. Okay, it's 18.
And 18, you kind of go barreling through them, and they all just kind of turn into a mist. But meanwhile, there are those back as they continue to assault her with their roots. 2 more.
And while this is all happening, so like there's that giant tree, right? Is anybody in there watching us from the tree, or is the tree watching us, or like what's happening over there?
As you get closer and you look to the north, you do see a figure within the tree, writhing, and one single eye just staring out at you menacingly.
Come out, you coward! We could work together if you just listen to us!
You scream that out, Kellwise and Skid. You see Eva screaming in pain as these roots are starting to dig under her skin, and she falls to one knee, sweat dripping down her face. She starts to look weak and pale. Meanwhile, Trust.
What?
You feel 2 very slippery glass orbs kind of pop out around where you are, as you're just kind of underneath this massive viscera. What are you doing?
You have my things?
And Cornelia, roll me a athletics as you kind of slip underneath this thing.
Oh, jeez. It's not great. Oh, it's 8?
An 8. You feel something kind of pushing, but it can't quite get underneath. Trust.
Trust, where are you?
Oh, I didn't have an escape plan. Oh.
I'm gonna try cutting you out. Back up.
Okay, I'll watch out for the knife
All right.
coming through the flesh.
At the same time, as you're holding this, you look down, and there's this very, very familiar gecko-like lizard creature with black scales kind of staring at you.
I stare back and I go, "Come on, Fifi, come on!"
And almost like a wisp of smoke, shoo, you feel his back, and you feel that power of destruction, of deletion, of elimination inside you. Roll me an attack, Cornelia, as you're starting to cut out.
How is Mark doing? Do you see him?
Yeah, he looks great. He's in
You
his
do see
little
this whale.
bubble.
Yeah, and the whale
Oh, hi, Mark.
just kind of sleeping in this little
He's sleeping.
glass.
Sleeping. He's asleep.
What'd you get for an attack?
12.
A 12. You start to cut out, but it's still maybe another round before you can cut her out all the way. Meanwhile,
Oh.
in the tower, all of you standing here, you see 7 appear behind you.
Great.
Who's first? Kelwise, you react first.
Yeah. Yes, I do. And there's some very close to me. I'm going to tackle the one that's to the north of me first. I will recast. Well, I guess not recast, but change my target in Hunter's Mark to that person.
Okay.
And I will swing a sword because it's out. Dirty 20.
That hits.
Dirty 20 hits. First guy gets 12 points of damage.
12 points. Just shatters into dust.
Neat. And then I'm going to move. Who's the yellow?
That's
that's Eva. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to move to my east, just one over. And I guess I'll attack again, actually, with that new guy.
Okay. Roll an attack. Why?
Yep. There we go. There's the luck again. That's 10.
A 10 hits.
10 hits. Fantastic.
Oh, great.
And that's a 7 points of damage.
7 points. And again, this thing turns into sand and falls to the ground. Anything else?
I will keep on moving and put myself right around here in front of Eva to do
Okay. You move in front of Eva
what
to
Rezek
protect her.
suggested. Protect Eva.
Rezek, as you fly out, you get to the edge of this circular.
Oh, I think it skips.
I can't really.
Skip Skid.
Skid got an 8 for.
Oh,
We're all
okay.
kind of in the same turn order now. How do I do this? How do I make a circle? Oh. Here we go.
Press the circle button.
There we go. Eva, her orb is about that, we'll say. Okay? Just for giggles and the poops. So Rezek, as you fly out, roll me a athletics check as all these roots and vines reach up to try and grab you.
That's good. That's a 19 plus 4, so that's going to be a 23.
Okay, and using your wings, you manage to avoid and move out of them, but they continue to try and assault at you.
Okay. And then is it my turn or
Yeah,
is
it's your
it
turn.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'll just I mean the source of all this is over in that tree, obviously. So I'm gonna just be like, fuck it, and I'm gonna like fly as fast as I can towards Habbadash or whatever this weird eyeball thing is, and I can go 80 feet.
Now remember that Eva had told you that the Seraphim were the only things that could hurt him.
Okay.
That was the whole
Okay.
purpose
Then
for them
never
to
mind.
go and get the Seraphim in the first place.
I will
Sorry.
instead of that, I'll remember what Eva said, and I will launch myself super hard at the guys that are behind me to the right and try to squash them with my body. Hopefully.
What does Eva know, though, right?
Honestly. She's changing her accent up. Like, what's going on with her?
This girl.
Just
I
trying
know.
things out, just trying to.
She's a young, impressionable woman.
I really thought she
She's
talked
discovering
like
herself.
this, though.
She did when she was 13. Now she looks 17. She's trying a British accent.
Actually, you know what?
all right?
Instead of slamming down, I get my recharge on my acid breath. I'm gonna go down and try to just hit as many guys as possible with the acid breath, the 30-foot line.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably
Do
hit
that instead.
4 of them with your acid breath, I would
Great.
say.
Okay. And then they have to make a dex save, or you just whatever you want to do.
Okay. On the left or the right side?
On the left side.
Left side here. Okay. You shoot acid out, and first 4 poof and disappear
Nice. Okay.
into an acid bath.
And I'll yell out, "The cycle could end now! Just end this!"
No response from the tree. Just that eye watching you. Skid.
Yeah. I'm in there. I got my dude. The elves around us are just like normal elves, not the guy we're looking for.
They seem to be just those clones.
Yeah. But not the real guy we're looking for. He said that everything around him was him. So I'm gonna go nuts first.
Oh.
And I'm just gonna use my tail. I'm gonna do like Seraphim are the only thing that can hurt him?
That's what
The
they
main
said.
guy.
I'm gonna use my tail to smack the ground as hard as I can, because he said that everything around was him.
I like it.
You smash the ground with your tail. Roll me an athletics.
Athletics. Let's see. I rolled a 1 for a 9. Put this dice away.
Yeah, you slam down at the ground. Still getting used to this. You're imbalanced and such, and you take a swipe at it, and your tail does seem to like almost. The ground doesn't feel hard. It almost feels like putty to your tail. But other than that, your attack has really no effect on the stones beneath you.
Okay. I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay.
Serious.
Your tail comes up and smacks
Does
down
it feel
again.
like it didn't do that? Did it feel like maybe it didn't take purchase that time, but like it might later because the putty, but maybe because I'm getting used to it, it didn't that time?
I mean, I don't know. Roll an attack and see.
Not much better. Doom. What the heck? I rolled a 20 and the rest are doo-doo. 12.
A 12. Your tail smacks the ground and it shatters beneath you, and you see the stars beneath.
Tail?
But very, very quickly, the ground starts to almost heal itself as you see energy coming from all of the stars around you to support this platform.
All right. What are we doing here? We taking care of the tree? Is that what's next on the docket? Should I?
Maybe we need to combine all of our powers and use them all at the same time.
Fine. No, wait.
Okay, you're waiting there. 3 more of those creatures come walking in towards Eva.
Raging.
Oh my god.
I
Can
keep
I
my
not
rage,
unselect?
right? Because I was able to hit the ground.
You do. Comes in here. One would actually walk past you, and you'd get an attack of opportunity. Skid.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack it.
Okay.
Smack
Roll an
that.
attack.
Why do I keep rolling this dice? That's 12.
A 12 hits.
Ugh.
And
Stupid
we'll
hit.
just say, for the sake of your damage, poof, it disappears. 2 more of them, oof, start to
rolled a 1.
drain, and Eva falls down to both of her knees as these things start to just dig and rip at her. Meanwhile, over at the Colosseum, you're digging at her. Trust, what are you doing? And Cornelia, you still digging?
Yeah, I don't know what else to do.
Okay, both you guys roll athletics checks.
Dig your way out.
22.
13.
A 22 and a 13. You don't make much headway, Trust. This thing is heavy, but Cornelia manages just barely to get a hand under. Cornelia, you feel that familiar feeling of just extra dimensional space.
No, I don't let her have the seraphim until I am out
Oh.
from under this hydra.
Okay.
Hand me Mark,
well,
you know.
well, you
please,
aren't able to
please.
get out, but trust what you do see in front of you is a gateway. Maybe
That's stupid.
you don't even need to get out because you can just step back into the room as you see Eva screaming and being
Okay.
assaulted by these things.
All right.
Hand over Mark, and I'll set you free.
Okay. I hand over Mark and I go through the extra dimension.
Okay, as you guys both pop out, you're all back now on the same plane. The two of you pop out. You see Eva being assaulted as this dragon is flying around, and at the same time, you see a whole host of 8 of these creatures start to appear. 6, 7, 8. And Eva looks around, and with a very heavy breath, "We must take out Habbadash. Follow me." And she starts to slowly push forward, ripping these vines from her and these roots as they just break off, still embedded in her skin.
She's so cool. Oh man.
We go to the top of the turn order. Kelwise.
Yeah. I am taking Eva's lead. I'll
Okay.
actually very quickly.
You can
I'm sorry. What?
As your movement, I can just say, as she moves forward, I would just allow you all to move if you wanted to move, since she has that circle. You
Yeah.
could just say you use your movement to stay next to her as she moves.
Great. Then I'm going to do that, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to stab the 2 people next to her.
Okay.
Do it. Get him, Kelwise.
23 for the first one.
That hits. And poof, disappears.
It's 18 points of damage. They're toast. Second one is a natural 20.
Okay. And I don't even need the damage for that. You just
They're also toast.
you lop off its head and it falls to the ground. Anything else?
No, I just sort of face forward, hold a sword out, and keep, basically leading the charge of the direction that we're going, which I imagine
Okay.
is north.
Rezik, as you stand outside of this body of influence, roll me another athletics check as these vines try and come up and grab you.
Okay. That is 16.
16. These vines reach up and grab your arms, and you get pinned to the ground, immobilized.
Right. Love it.
What do you want to do?
Can I use my action to get out of that?
You can use your action, yeah, to try and break free.
Okay.
Roll a strength
Right,
saving throw.
I will do that. All right. It's 12 plus, what was it again for a dragon? Sorry.
Strength.
Strength is 4, so that is 16 again.
A 16. It's not enough to break these vines. You break free of
strong
some
vines.
as new ones come and grab onto you.
Nice.
You all see this happening all around you. But you also notice as that's now Eva's turn. Eva starts to walk forward, moving slowly. 1, 2, 3, and we'll move her thing with her. As she moves forward, with all of you moving, the vines holding you down, Rezik, burst and explode as her influence encompasses you and breaks you free. Skid, I'm assuming you moved with it, so just minus 5 feet, and same with you, Cornelia, minus 5 feet to your movement because you just stayed within the circle of influence. But Skid, it's your turn.
Great. And then yeah, I'm just gonna go and swipe at the 2 that are up on my right
Okay.
as we continue to move. Can I try to do like a 2-for-1? A 2-for-1 special?
Roll with disadvantage.
So is that rolling normal? Do I get advantage on these rolls? Did we decide only if I...
If you're rolling recklessly.
If you do a reckless, you get advantage,
Yeah.
but then they get advantage
but
on you.
they get advantage on you
I'm
as
just
well.
gonna roll with disadvantage and it'll be fine. Right? It'll be fine. Does an 11 hit?
And 11 hits.
I rolled a 2.
Poof, poof, they both disappear.
Now, a
With your
good
2
note
for
is
1.
that they seem to be only going after Eva, so you probably can attack recklessly, and they wouldn't really attack you anyway. So just FYI.
Yeah.
They might.
I'm
but
gonna
they might.
move
You hear
up
that whispered in
next to
dragon
Kelwise.
form from across the room.
I'm gonna move up to Kelwise.
Just like that too in the heat of
and,
battle. So like you can probably just recklessly.
And they're gonna die instantly anyway, so they can't.
I'm gonna try to kill those two next to Kelwise.
Get
Nice.
And I'm gonna attack this one
Okay, well
first.
they're not really standing next to each other. The twofer's really only good for 2 that are next to each other.
Can I not stand in between them and then do a 360? Like a Beyblade?
Unfortunately, like a whirlwind attack is a full round action if you really wanted to do it. So unless they're like right
in
next
that
to each other, you can't really cleave.
I mean,
Is
could they attack and then attack with their tail?
If you have a bonus action, you can absolutely take an attack with your tail as well as a bonus action.
how's Eva looking? Does she have all this stuff in her? Is she like should I be ripping this stuff off of her?
Eva, the stuff doesn't seem like it's growing into her anymore, but she definitely is barely. She's breathing very heavily, and she's moving with a kind of lethargic, almost zombie-like gait.
Okay. These guys are so. I'm just gonna smack one on the way over to her, and then I'm gonna pick her up with my tail and hold her.
Okay. So you walk over and you smack one. Roll an attack.
I'll do reckless, so it's a 21.
21 hits. And poof, it disappears. You scoop her up, and her body almost falls onto your tail as if she just didn't have the strength left to even hold her legs up, as her hands still hold this force field around you. Cornelia, what are you doing?
I'm going to stand next to Eva and hold, and I'm also going to pull out. I'm going to have 2 daggers in my hand, and I'm just going to hold an action and wait for them to get close and attack.
Okay. And trust.
Yes. I'm gonna go.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go get up with my group.
Okay.
I actually want to be here, if that's okay. Oh, it's too
Sure.
late now. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go be with my friends, and I will hold.
You do have a crossbow. We did give you a crossbow.
Yes, I do have a crossbow. I mean, sure, out of nowhere,
Yes.
Trust picks up a crossbow she's never used.
The first time for everything.
He's possessed.
So, and somewhere,
It's out of the box.
somewhere, you feel
Blows the dust off.
Dresden smile.
Which
What's
one
the range
is
on that, by the way? Is it? No, sorry. I was kidding.
Pretty far.
crossbow? It's 120. Can I hold a crossbow attack for the next one that comes at Eva?
Well, they're all kind of coming at her right now. They're all moving at the same
okay.
kind of pace in towards her.
Then I will aim at this one that's behind me to
Okay.
the right, because it looks like
All right.
Skid probably has, control of that one over there, and Rezik's over by those ones. So I'll aim at this one behind me.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll an attack. Dexterity plus proficiency.
It's actually a 19 to hit.
A 19 hits, and you guys hear a flop, a very almost foreign sound as this crossbow fires off. As you see Trust bash this thing, and
Almost
how much damage?
terrified. 5 + 1, 6.
6. Poof.
Nice.
It disappears.
Oh my goodness! Oh!
The creatures move in. One moves out of your range. Rezik?
Can I hit him?
Okay.
Oh, yes. So one moves out of your range, one moves in close. So both of you guys roll your attacks.
So 24.
24 hits, and you claw this one, and poof, it disappears.
22.
A 22. A second one lashes out. But two of them start to crawl in and make it to Eva as they begin to suck. Roll a dexterity saving throw, Skid. And she's kind of in your tail.
If it's a dex save, I get advantage?
Yes?
Because I have dex
Question mark?
advantage on dex against effects you can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Sure. You can definitely see them.
Butt cheeks. That is a 15.
A 15. Let's see what they get. You manage to dodge out of the way of one, but the other hits. Eva screams out as one reaches out, and just the finger of this being touches her, and again, almost shards of bark shoot out of her shoulder as you see just blood start to pour out of her wounds, and her body starts to vibrate. And she's almost like a misty glow right now. Mm-hmm. As again, you see 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 appear all outside of her. Kelwise, you're first.
Yeah, I turn around and I put my hand on Eva and I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, you cast Cure Wounds. Roll
Nice.
healing.
Nice.
I meant to ask if we could do that with Eva. I was like, can we even help her?
Maybe you
Yeah.
can, maybe you can't.
That's what I was wondering as well, but we're finding out right now. Cure Wounds. That is a 13 points back.
13 points. Eva, a glow and some color comes back to her as she had 1 HP
yeah.
left.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Oh. I forgot I wanted to do that on my turn.
As you
so
see her
thank you,
constitution
Kel.
severely improve. Anything else, Kelwise? Bonus action?
Yeah, I'll take a bonus action and swing at the guy down to the left, to the west.
Okay, I mean, normally you can only take a bonus action if you take the attack action.
Yeah, fair. Then I will just keep moving because there really isn't much else I can do.
Okay, Rezik. You see Eva kind of glow with more life as she was on death's door. Even that very apparatus that she created, starting to fade, but now much stronger.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go over. I'm gonna fly over to the guys that are kind of appearing out of nowhere, and I'm gonna try to launch another. Well, let's see if I get the actual acid breath back though. I don't. Dang it. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go over to the guy next to Eva. I'm going to just push him out of the way with my claw, just claw him as hard as I can.
Okay, roll an attack.
Then. Oh, that's good. A 19 plus 7, so that's 20.
A 19
26.
hits, and poof, he just disappears into smoke.
And then I'm gonna try to just lift Skid and Eva off the ground and just kind of hover above the ground with them on my my back.
Okay, you pick them up.
Yeah, I'll
Anything
go
else?
about. I want the barrier to still help our friends, so I don't want to go too high up, but just high enough to help, but keep Eva out of the way.
Okay, yeah, and you're about 15 feet off the ground. And as you start to rise up off the ground, these creatures, like vines, start to slowly rise up as if they're trees growing from the ground, albeit slowly.
Oh, motherfucker. damn it. Okay. Shoot.
They aren't
Okay.
keeping up with you, but they're still rising up slowly. Anything else?
If I could do anything else, can I still use another like claw or something, or am I pretty much out of actions? And
Well,
stuff?
if you're gonna use your action to pick them up, that would probably be the rest of
Yeah.
your turn.
I
Okay,
figured.
so
Yeah,
you pick
I'm
them
good
up.
then.
Eva regains her composure and doubles down on this thing, solidifying it. As that happens, the one inside poof, just shatters as her energy kind of radiates outside of herself. And you
Nice.
start to see she's starting to... The very ground is starting to move as if it's moving into her as she starts to almost absorb the air, and the very matter around her starts to move into her as she's using it to fuel the spell. Cornelia, Skid, and Trust, what are you guys doing?
What's going on?
I mean,
I will also cure wounds on Eva.
Okay, roll.
Aw.
Oh,
So we're just
Shit.
assuming
Still
you're
holding her?
jumping up. You're jumping up onto Rezik's back.
yeah.
Roll,
Yeah.
roll in athletics because Rezik kind of lifted off the ground. Roll in acrobatics to see if you can like
Shit.
kind of grab on before he takes off
Sorry.
in a hurry.
11.
And 11, unfortunately, and it's not enough to grab on. Actually, an 11.
Okay.
You know what? An 11. You managed to grab on to like his tail in the very, very, very
Great.
back.
Great.
It may take your whole turn to kind of crawl up the tail and all the way back onto the back.
Sure,
want to.
I'll do that.
Okay, you use your dash to kind of crawl all the way up. Skid, Skid, and Cornelia. What are you guys doing?
is there? Are we all trying to get on Rezik right now?
I mean, you see three. Oh, you're on Rezik, right? Skid?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the back.
Because I was with.
And you see Trust kind of crawl up back, and you have Eva still in your tail. You just see Kelwise and Cornelia on the ground still.
I'm gonna take Eva and put her in my arms, and I'm gonna use my tail to try to reach down and scoop them up.
Okay, so you
I'll try
hold
to
your
get
tail
across.
down, ready for them to grab, giving them advantage on their saves if they do choose to climb up. Cornelia, what are you doing?
Is there enough room for all of us on Rezik?
Absolutely, he's a large dragon. You guys have
Most of us are small, right?
yeah. We
All
we
All of
do
us
need
are
to take a
small.
picture of Bobby with dragon makeup on, just laying doing plank, and then all of you sitting on his back.
Definitely. That's
And we'll use Elizabeth as Eva.
Perfect.
And Kate,
All right,
you can
I'll
just
try to
hold her
jump up there.
Lion King style. Okay.
My dream.
Roll a dexterity saving throw with advantage. That's
20...
an image I can't get out of. I can't get it out of my head. I'm so sorry. I can't. Just like everyone riding Bobby.
26.
26. You easily scurry up. This was no problem for you, especially with your cape, as you use the winds to pull yourself up. Anything you want to do while you're up top. You do see these creatures kind of rising up and more creatures starting to appear behind you.
Would I be able to hold an action, or was that my action?
You can hold an action. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And when I hold an action, it's just for one attack, right? Since I have two daggers,
Yes.
I can't do two. Okay.
It's just one attack.
Okay.
Unless
cool.
you take
I'm
the
gonna-
attack action. You don't get an offhand
makes
attack.
sense. Okay.
Okay, so you
all
hold
right.
an attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Kelwise, that brings us to you. There's a friendship tail being lowered in anticipation.
Yeah, and I go to grab it.
Okay, roll a dexterity or acrobatics or athletics, either one with advantage.
Cool, with advantage. Thank you. Like to hear that. That's a Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, like a bodybuilder. This tail, like a bicep, pops out of this tail and just kind of lifts you up as you do the same. And you hold one hand, and it's very predatorial as these two biceps are just held and back onto the back. That'll be your movement. Anything else you want to do?
Admire the view as I begin to fly through the air, and then hopefully scurry up so that I don't fall and die.
Do you want to hold any kind of action?
Oh yeah, I'll hold an attack. Why not?
Okay, you get onto the other side of Rezik and you go to hold an attack. Meanwhile, all these things grow into the air and start diving at you, Rezik.
Oh, good.
Two of them get attacks of opportunity, or your attack.
Get attacked by
your held attacks.
actions.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how to unclick these things.
Exit.
Okay. Yeah.
I rolled a 25 for my attack.
That hits.
Nice.
And one on the right side. Cowwise, what's yours?
Natural 20.
Nat 20 just demolishes
damn.
it as 7 of these vines reach up and they're going towards Eva, but as you're in the way, they come for you, Rezik.
Bring it.
And they just... Oh my god. They all don't roll over a 5.
Yes.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And as that happens,
This dragon's just too
10.
cool to hit.
What the?
10
There's
of them
something we
appear.
can
What
do
is
to the
happening?
ground to stop them.
10 of
from-
them appear. Rezik, you're now up. You know that they grow up, but they grow slowly, so you might be able to just kind of maneuver your way up and over if you wanted to.
I'm gonna pull up and try to fly over these guys. And get
Okay,
over that tree.
How far can you fly?
It's 80 feet. So if I do that as a movement and an action, it would be 160 feet.
Okay, so you're dashing.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's gonna pick
Let's
everybody
do
up.
it.
Okay, these guys aren't going with you, but you dash straight over to where that thing is, and you're now standing on top of the branches, or you're floating up above the branches of this tree. The footing is like a little weary as this whole tree is kind of moving, and as you get close, you see this creature with an eye and these vines flying wildly, and you see something start to beat out of, almost starting to rip out of the chest of this almost chrysalis with an eye. As you dash, as your action,
Don't like
Eva
that.
holds this. She forgot her circle.
Dang it, Eva.
Come on, Eva. Gosh.
brings her circle with her.
Idiot.
These guys. Oh,
You had one job.
God,
What are you doing?
I'm so bad at this program. I apologize. I'll just delete them.
So can we
okay,
ask
good.
the eye, like, blink twice if you want to surrender?
Okay.
Did it
You guys
blink?
are on Rezik's back. You ask it to blink twice, and the eye itself rolls into the back of its head.
I think it's a no.
As this is happening, Eva skid.
Yep. How far away? I mean, that thing's too far away. We're in the circle. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold if anything comes within smashing distance. I'm gonna smash it.
Okay.
What's this mean, though?
Cornelia. What?
Wait. I don't know why Jason's doing this.
Oh, I was counting. Sorry. Don't
Okay.
pay no attention to me.
I think he
Cornelia
was counting
trusts
all the
Coweyes.
gold
What are you
we
guys doing?
see.
Wait, did I forget
I'm
something?
doing too.
Yeah, no.
What did I forget?
Counting squares.
You.
How do I move this screen up?
Right click. and drag.
Right click.
I swear I tried that. All right. Thank you.
Depends on what tool you have out too. Some tools don't allow you to move the screen, I think.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Okay, so we're still on Rezek.
You're all on kind of on Rezek's back, and you're not quite close enough for her circle of influence.
But do we see this spaghetti monster on the map, or?
You do see the spaghetti monster with the eye that is now kind of rolled into the back of its head, as you see something starting to emerge as like a chrysalis on its back.
Disgusting. Okay. Sweet. I will. Oh, it's so far away still.
And Cornelia, Kelwise, you guys also have your turns.
I'm just gonna fire my crossbow at it again.
Okay.
While we're
you
this
fire your
far
crossbow
away.
at it. Roll an attack.
Now, feeling empowered by the crossbow.
17 to hit.
Your arrow flies at this thing and hits and makes purchase, but the arrow itself, the very tip of the arrow hits, stops, and then just falls to the ground.
Oh, so it's got a barrier.
Pretty sure the only thing that can hurt it is the seraphim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Kelwise, Cornelia, you guys doing anything? Trust, do you have anything else?
Yeah.
I just have a question. How far is my range on my Fifi fire?
Your Fifi enraptures any one of your spells. It changes your normal fire into a black flame.
I don't have normal fire. So what do you mean by that?
You have like you have fire spells for that little pick. You can do fireball or firewall or whatever, right?
Ah, yes, with the pick. Yes, I don't have any I have
And you had
spells
a
in so
fire
many places.
breath
Oh my
as
god.
well. You have a breath that's
You have
15
fire
feet.
butt?
Oh, I do. I have flaming webs. I guess. That's right.
Those webs are fire. Cornelia, Kelwise, you guys doing
Dude,
anything?
that's tight.
Yes. I take a little bit of water from my canteen and I sort of like whisper internally, Quinquano, it's your turn, as I pour a little water out and cast Ray of Frost and send that flying toward this creature.
Okay. You use
awesome.
Quinquano to shoot a ray of frost at this thing. Roll an attack.
Yeah. Get it, Kelwise.
Let me see. Hold on. 60 feet. So I guess that's an 11.
An 11, unfortunately, doesn't hit, but it goes past this big enraptured chrysalis and just kind of burns away at pieces of it. As unlike the arrow, this seems to just disintegrate, and you hear a low murmur come from deep within the tree as the branches start to sway back and forth. Cornelia, anything you want to do?
Yes. I don't think anyone. This is what you were talking about. I think of like figuring out if we do I have the caustic brew scroll? I'm hoping I do because I want to use it right now.
Oh, we handed that out to someone.
Can't remember who
Sure.
it was.
I handed it out to you, don't you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm creating things. I'm sorry. I just have a bunch of circles on there now. I'm going to move forward and do that
Okay.
On Rezek?
on the eyeball. Oh, so my idea is to I don't know if this will work, but I want to eat it with Mark and cast it and shoot the acid out of Mark's mouth so that
Okay,
it's coming
sure.
from
Perfect.
my
Yeah. So you shoot an acid, a line of acid.
Nice.
Let's
They
see,
feel like
dexterity
puking
saving
out
throw. Well, it fails its dexterity saving throw.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So I think it doesn't take damage until
it does
its turn.
2d4 acid at the start of its turn. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
And it just so happens to be the start of its turn, and you see the acid start to burn away at this shell, and the thing starts to move back and forth angrily, as if this tree is just being eaten away at. What are you guys doing? Rezik, you have everyone on your back.
I rolled
Evil's holding this
two,
thing.
by the way. I rolled 8 damage for
Bring
the
us closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to
Ooh,
be closer.
8 damage.
Yeah, I'll bring him closer for sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. How close?
How close, guys?
Within 60 feet, preferably.
Probably within 40 so that I can hit it.
We're within
Okay,
about 60
yeah.
already. It was only about 50 from where we're at.
I'll bring him to the tree limb on the right side there and like land and they can.
Oh, I
do
guess
whatever
it
they want
is.
from there.
Okay,
But
you're
it
gonna land
counts again.
on. You land on the limb over here.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Okay, you land on the limb, and some of that moss and growth that was all around starts to peel off in this branch, almost like new growth, new life. This branch kind of peels away under the bark that was kind of on this old, decrepit tree as you land right there.
And
Anything else, Rezik?
I'll hold. Yeah, I'll just hold like a 1 second. I didn't get it still. Okay, I'll just basically like hold an action to attack anything that comes like near us that's not this chrysalis thing, just to help my friends out. So I'll just kind of be on defense for them.
Okay. As you do that, you see down below a mass of these creatures start to appear below, and they start
No, go
rising
away.
slowly
Stop it.
from the ground. It'll be about 2 or 3 turns before they can make it. About 2 turns before they can make it to you. At the same, Eva continues to hold. Skid.
Yeah. I want to go over to this giant eyeball thing and smack it with my tail.
Okay.
Nice.
As you move
Get it,
close,
get it.
a giant rope-like vine comes and attempts to smack you.
Can I make
Can I get a
a
reaction to help?
my dex save?
Kid?
A
Okay, go, yeah, that's
17.
better, yeah.
What's your AC?
17.
17. It hits, dealing
But no dex saving for that.
No, because it's rolling against your armor class.
Okay.
It deals 20 damage as you feel your whole bones start to shake and rattle. Roll a athletics check as it tries to grab you and then wrap around you with advantage since you're raging. It got a fat 11.
I got for athletics 19.
Yes, a 19. So you manage not to get grabbed by this thing as you rush up to it.
Yeah. Cool.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna smack it with my tail.
Okay, you run up and smack it with your tail. Roll an attack.
And is that considered an unarmed strike?
It would just be still with proficiency and strength. So still your normal. Yeah.
So for
Yes.
my
Unarmed
unarmed
strike.
strikes, I just get max. It just
Okay.
has a set number for me.
Okay. Yes, an unarmed strike.
That is a 27.
To hit, that hits.
Yeah, and then that's it just says max 6. It doesn't say that I do anything, but I'm raging, so it's +2.
Okay.
So, 8.
So 8 damage to this thing. Okay. And your tail hits this thing, and it seems to really break away and damage the thing as the ropes all flailing about seem to just writhe in pain.
Great. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, roll another attack.
Oof. That is a 10.
A 10 hits.
What?
This thing's kind of just like a solid trunk with these big vines, so it's not hard to hit, but getting within the range of these flailing arms seems to be pretty dangerous.
Oh, that's another 10 then. Or sorry, another 8.
damage.
No, 8 more damage. I'm a
8
big
more
fat
damage.
liar.
Okay,
And then,
almost. Oh, anything else? Anything else?
Frenzy.
Sorry. You just you declare you're going to frenzy. And you get a third attack, and at the end of your rage, you'll roll a Constitution save to see if you get fatigued.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll another
Frenzy.
attack.
Come on. 14
14 hits.
for another 8.
Nice.
Another 8.
Nice.
Okay.
up.
Dealing 24 points of damage.
And you just see freaking Skid just like.
And big chunks of this thing are now gone. That chrysalis, that beating heart, explodes out, and this huge metallic construct
Oh no.
He's back.
steps out. A very familiar
What?
iron
Is this,
golem.
is this the start of their turn? I get more damage if it is.
Pops out. What am I doing? Try to drop it on the thing. Boom. Iron golem comes out from almost stomach as if it's like birthed out.
Gross.
It stomps over. It has a giant fist and a sword, and it starts to smash at you, Skid. Iron. Okay. Where are you?
Oh gosh. Use that potion of invulnerability.
2 attacks. The first attack is a natural 20.
Oh.
That's exciting.
The first
You
attack
have
comes
that
at you
20 earlier, right,
and
Skid?
smashes
Physical
onto
attack,
you,
so-
Skid, as this sword pierces into you, taking 39 points of
Oh.
slashing damage.
So half because they're raging.
And then
Do it for
a
a
slam
slashing?
attack. Slashing damage, and it's not magic.
Okay, so but I have resistance against it.
Yes.
So, so that's
So it'd be 20 damage. The second attack is a 25, which deals 21 points of damage. That's bludgeoning. Halved is 10 damage.
And that little tendril that attacked Skid earlier was also a physical attack, right? That 20 damage.
That one was magical,
Oh shit. Okay. Damn it!
unfortunately.
Use that potion of vulnerability.
I know. That's next.
Oh fuck.
I was like doing
Cornelia.
okay. I'm like still.
Yeah.
You see
Was
this
that it?
this post, this creature, this with all these vines and such, is taking damage from all of these seraphim attacks, and it seems to be peeling away angrily as it starts to close up, almost as if it was about to try and attempt to birth another.
Did it get any more damage from my acid damage? Was that its turn? It gets acid damage every turn.
That was not its turn.
Okay.
That was a lair action. I
So
guess
now
it
we
just-
have this
do
golem
whatever it
after us.
There's a big iron golem with a massive sword just smashing on Skid right now.
Ugh.
Shit. Well, I'm going to try and shoot an arrow at the one-eyed creature. That's all I can do?
You're gonna shoot an arrow at it? Now you do remember when it was shot with a crossbow, the bolt didn't do anything.
Thank you, yeah.
Eva had something echoes in your head about the seraphim.
Oh, wait, this is a bad idea. Well, dang, what can my seraphim do? It
I
just
mean,
eats things.
you almost feel like,
Eat the golem!
oh man,
Eat the golem!
your teeth
I'm
are
gonna-
made of steel.
I know. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna get close to the
Diamond
spidery
teeth.
monster, and when one of its tentacles come to attack me, I'm gonna try to eat it.
Okay, so you walk over. Let me move Rezik out of the way for a second. You walk over,
Invite
and
it.
immediately a vine comes out to try and attack you. Roll a dexterity. Where were you? I don't remember. over here. Roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you can. Who attacks first? Oh, it got a 1.
Oh, I got a 3 plus 8, so whatever that is, 11.
Okay, 11. So as it's coming to attack you, you attempt to bite it first. Roll a attack with add your dexterity and proficiency.
17.
A 17. It's enough. This thing comes towards you to try and smack you, and you just with your like diamond-tipped grill, its tendril rips off and starts to spray sap all over the place as you just feel it in your teeth, raging down. Roll a d12.
A D12. Who has those laying around?
Those out.
I got one right here.
That's what I roll for damage.
I rolled a 12.
Oh, 12. You do 12
Nice.
damage to this creature
Nice.
as you bite through one of its tendrils.
And
That
can
was
I just
Amelia.
use my bonus action and back up? If I have a little room.
Are you
Or,
going to disengage?
disengage? Yeah.
Sure. And then you back up? Sure.
Yeah.
So you back out of its range again? Trust.
Yup. I am casting a flaming sphere
Okay.
with Fifi.
Okay. You cast a flaming sphere.
Third level.
This big flaming ball appears, and as soon as the flame appears, it's wreathed in a black flame.
Yeah, I like form it and then Fifi into it.
And
Nice.
it fails its dex save, so full damage.
That's awesome.
As this thing starts to ignite and burn into
So I'm doing 3d6 for the regular flaming sphere, but what do I add for Fifi damage?
well, Fifi's damage just makes it a special. It gives it a quality,
Oh, okay.
not necessarily extra damage, but more
Okay.
of the quality of the
Yeah.
damage is different.
It turns into like a disintegration thing instead of just a fire, which is dope. Super powerful.
Means it hits versus not hit.
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, 12 damage. Just for my own sake,
Can I
Skid,
have
you
put
put her
it?
down, right? Before you ran in and attacked with your
I
tail.
had already. Yes. Yeah.
You
I
put her
had
down.
put her
Okay,
down.
just making sure.
I put her
I don't know if you're smacking him with her in your tail still.
She was already not in my
That
tail.
would be-
I had already set her down to put my
okay.
tail down to grab the others.
I missed that. Sorry. Daye, what did you say?
Well, because it just appears in a square, so could I put it... How do I mark something? How do I, like, signal a square?
Here.
Uh,
I'll put it right here.
Like, what do I need to click on?
I put a little dash icon on him.
No, but I want to
He's
show
not
you where I
moving?
wanted to put it.
Oh, okay. Just
But I
tell me
don't
where you
know.
want to put it.
I want to put it on the square that's right behind the golem and right next to it.
Just
Okay,
leave your mouse
so they're
there.
both in the
Wiggle your
fire.
mouse around. He can see it.
Like
Right here.
right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Copy that.
So does that mean the golem would also get that damage?
He'd have to take a dexterity saving throw if he ends his turn, I believe, in it.
Yeah.
That's trust. Vines grow long and they go flailing out. 4 vines. 1 at Kelwise, 2 at Skid, and 1 at Rezik.
It takes 5 points of acid damage.
Oh, it takes 5 points of acid damage. Good to know.
From Natasha's.
The first attack is a 24 against Kelwise.
That hits.
Kelwise, you take 19 points of damage and roll me a strength saving throw. The 2 attacks at the rabbit. The first is a 27. Second is a 27. Both hit. The first deals 22 points of damage, halved to 11, and the second one deals
down.
the same. Okay, you guys see You guys see Skid collapse as these things attack, and the vine wraps around Skid. Her whole body now just wrapped up, nothing but these furry little ears popping up. And the last one at Rezik. And that is a 16? What is your AC?
I think it's 18.
18? Okay,
Yeah.
so it lashes out and misses. What did you get, Calwise, with your strength saving throw?
21.
A 21. It tries to wrap you up as your head is rattled by this, basically, a baseball bat-sized whip that smacked you, but it doesn't manage to grab onto you. And Calwise, that brings us to your turn. This thing, this tree, looking very burnt, oozing pustules, kind of like from all of its wounds, kind of dripping all over the place, as it still has another, what seems like beast in its belly, kind of almost brewing. The iron golem still on a rampage.
Yeah, the flagon of water that I had just used, I pour the rest on my body and on my swords very quick. Throw that to the side. Down the potion of jumping.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
And I am going to jump onto the tentacle creature.
Okay,
Nice.
You jump towards the tentacle creature. A big vine comes to try and swat you out of the air. Roll me an athletics check for your jump. With advantage, now you have the jump potion.
Nice.
Oof, that one.
With advantage. Acrobatics or athletics?
Sure.
Okay. 15.
A 15. You bound through the air. You guys see Kelwise just like launch up into the air, and you come down. Both your swords now covered in this water, blessed by Quinquano. Roll me some attacks.
Stabs.
Okay.
First attack is a 14.
A 14. A 14 hits.
14 hits. That is 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Jesus. Okay. Next attack.
Second attack, natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Keeping this dice.
Max damage plus another plus your dex.
That is. Yes, fantastic. Max plus another plus dex. 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage as you slice into this thing. A hole tears out of the head, and you see an elven man, very old looking, wearing a crown of thorns inside, his eyes closed. As he tears out of this wound that you have created, Eva calls out to you, Rezik. Get me close.
You got it.
Anything else, Kelwise?
No.
Okay. Rezik.
Yeah, I will fly her as fast as I can towards that old wizard looking dude.
You fly towards her. That iron golem attempts to swat you. Roll an athletics check against this iron golem.
Okay. It's sorry, what was athletics?
Ooh, it rolled a 27.
Okay, that's 14, but I have inspiration. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna use that. Okay, it's a 19 plus 4 is 23.
So you fly towards it. That iron golem grapples onto you and stops you. Eva on the back, slowly moving forward. Who's still on his back? Anyone? Trust.
I
Are you in the
might
back?
be. I
Trust,
might be
you're on
on
the
this-
back, and Eva is there. And she's crawling towards this thing. As a reaction, is there anything you want to do to get her close to this crown?
to help her get close.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really do anything except push her. Like, I'll get out of her way.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought,
What do you mean?
Okay.
She's
What do
trying
you-
to get to this this crowned figure that is locked inside this thing. As Rezik has tried to get her there, the iron golem has stopped him and is just grappling and holding him down. The iron golem is now.
But it's my turn?
No, I'm just in
I'm so
reaction.
confused.
If you haven't used a reaction, she's crawling now, trying to crawl up and over, but she's very, very weak holding this force field up, and she's asked you guys to get her close to this creature.
Yeah, I don't have any reactions that I can use.
Well, I mean, anything if you want. You can push her if you want, or nothing, or you don't have to do anything.
I'm gonna shove my health potion down her throat. Can I do
Okay,
that?
she's crawling. You take a health potion and you shove it down her throat. Roll healing. Rezik, you unfortunately couldn't make it past this golem as it's grappled you and pinned you down. You still have your action.
Can I release my dragon form and then use a bonus action to do Misty Step on Eva and send her
Sure.
closer?
That's 8 hit points.
The dragon disappears. Right as you finish pouring this down, she gets 8 hit points and she seems fully healed and back at full strength. And
Grab her hand and I say, "Go."
Shoof. She grabs onto this old-looking elf. And as her hand touches him, his eyes open. And he looks at all of you. And a look of relief washes over him. It really is the last cycle. As you see a crown of thorns start to grow all around Eva.
She is
And shoof,
Scarlet Witch status.
she disappears.
What?
And that's where we'll pick up next week.
No. Okay. Oh, no.
Okay.
All right, we went a little over. I'm sorry, we didn't have a break.
Dang, guys.
we had to burn.
Oh my
Good
God,
job,
It
everyone.
didn't even matter.
Some good
Didn't
fighting.
need one.
I know you guys.
Whoa!
I was like, okay, I think at least like Kelwise or Skid is gonna go, and I'll put them on like the Hydra duty, and nope, the dice was like,
Duty.
nope, it's the two little ones fighting a Hydra. Good.
Yeah, but with trust doing
crushed
40 some
it.
damage,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Seriously. Definitely some of the
all right.
best fighting we've ever done.
And Kel has to kill a bullet, or like where you help kill a
Yeah,
bullet with
revenge.
Skid.
Skid uppercut a bullet in the
So-
water.
Out of the
You did
water.
All of the
Yeah.
real work. Let's be honest.
Team effort. Team
Kids
effort.
passed out right now.
Yeah.
I know. I want
I'm gonna. Well, I'll shove a potion down their throat next time I get
at
back.
this
but
point, yeah, we're out of turn order, but we'll be back next week, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm sorry I went a little bit late. We're gonna find out what happened to Eva. Pretty sure she's dead.
Why would you say
And
that? Oh, no, why would
right
you do
out.
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that
Can
could
I,
happen?
as I was walking up this tree situation, can I pick up all this treasure?
Yeah.
You guys get all this treasure?
The littering of treasure.
The chests, gold, gems.
We'll be back next week at 7 p.m. Pacific to continue our story, and maybe Ellazar can begin the beginning of the end. We'll see.
Alas.
3-year campaign finally coming to an end.
Oh.
All right, everyone. Please take care of yourselves. But more importantly,
Wow.
take care of each other. We'll see you next week at 7 p.m. Pacific for more of our Chronicles and Aventide, the Hex of Ellazar. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Sweet dreams. Watching.